Wait. I love him. Listen, the Fully start early. Hold up now. Are you saying that Adam is one of Act's sons too?
Look, I'm not going to say son.
I'm,
Okay, I'm
I'm
not
just
trying to
letting
say
you know.
son, but I'm trying to say maybe they went to the same grade school, and maybe Ack was a year above. You know what I'm saying? Maybe Ack had the answers to the test first.
Uh huh.
But I don't know whether I'd say son. I feel like it's like that's extreme. But let's be real, right? Ack was out there grinding, putting these videos together before anybody even knew how to fucking make a YouTube video. Like
Yeah.
realistically, so like Ack is the founding father, bro. But like,
Yo,
man,
listen.
calling Adam his son, I feel like it's too much. I've heard some of those rants.
Again, like I listen. So like the son word has been kind of. Adam has been on edge about that son word. I would say because of the Andrew 5, no, the Andrew Channel 5 shit.
Yeah, we can talk about that too, bro.
Bro, speak on that, right? So when you, well, first off, for y'all who don't know who Andrew, not Andrew 5, it's Channel 5 Andrew.
Andrew Callaghan, yeah.
Right. So now I would say this: Andrew strikes me as one of those good dudes, right? He's just the genuine good dude who is empathetic and like things like that affect him strongly. You know, cats like myself, you feel me? You know, empathy probably isn't the best thing to use to describe me, right?
You're just wilding out trying to entertain people, and that's a different approach. It's like Ack. He's just drinking Henny on stream, trying to have a good time, saying whatever he feels like at the moment, and he might change his opinion the next day. Andrew, at least until the last couple of videos of his that I saw, he was like a very careful journalist that would seemingly like think things through, like craft kind of like take his time making a piece, which is why I was kind of disappointed when I saw that O Block video. I felt like either he rushed it or he didn't really go through the facts properly. But like blaming Ack and Adam for the gang war in Chicago to me is just crazy.
Speak on that, right? Because yo, I've always said this, right? The hood is probably one of the strange. Like if you truly dissect it to like the simplest form, it's primal, right? Like how they behave, how they act, how they move, right? So when I see that now, the blaming act is an interesting conversation, right? Because I kind of always ask this: is do people in King Von comments when like he posts, "Yo, I'm finna kill this nigga by next month," are people who retweeted it, quote tweeted it, and hopped in this comment section? Are they just as culpable as Ack, or is it just Ack had a platform, right? So like, speak on that though. So when you heard him blame, I guess, Adam and Ack for that, what was your thoughts?
So I don't know whether I would go as far as to say like, I don't know, the hood as primal, but it's definitely like situations where you've got areas that are like very high crime, then they don't get a lot of investment from the government or the city. They're kind of left behind. And, unfortunately, those are the areas where there might be a lot of minorities, black, Hispanic, whatever, right? Bro, like you're trying to, bro.
You're Lord, right?
Boss Top said in the Channel 5 documentary or the Adam interview, he was like, "There's only one white family that live in O Block," and look, like it's the black community kind of has been pressed down by the government, by the powers that be. So I don't know whether I want to agree that it's like primal, but you've essentially got like an area that's high crime, it's got a lot of problems, and people are kind of pushed to behave in a way that's negative. I don't think King Von was necessarily like just like an evil dude. He grew up, lost several of his homies. He was probably hurt, brokenhearted, and he was out trying to get revenge for what he felt was done to him. And even if you go back and watch my FBG documentary, I always say in that documentary, it's like, yo, these guys are killers, but we got to have some sympathy for them because they have had their friends taken from them, right? So I think there's so much more like socio-economic reasons for a lot of the violence that goes on in these places, which again, you didn't hear any of that in the Andrew Callaghan documentary. It was all Ack's fault, Adam's fault, the YouTube documentary's fault. He didn't talk once about the socio-economic conditions of O Block. Like, why is O Block being allowed to get so fucked up? Why don't the police, the city, whatever, like go and help these situations? And it just seemed like such a lazy journalism of Andrew, and I expect more from him to just be like, "Yo, it's Ack's fault. It's Adam. Like they're stoking up the violence." When really it's like, "Yo, there are so many problems going on in like inner city Chicago or other areas that need addressing." Like, bro, if Ack deletes his channel or if Ack didn't do War in Chirac, like you really mean to tell me that would have changed anything of the violence going on?